Systems and processes. Systems especially can give a person a conspiracy theory. They begin to share and explain and add input to a philosophy now. On my walk this morning to find food on Capitol Hill in Seattle, I wore a sweatshirt that I have with a shape on it similar to what my hat and my awareness pouch have on my desk. And my hat shape on my sweatshirt I purchased to support and explain to the United States government the benefits of an ashram. For those soldiers who come back from deployments with injuries and difficulty with consciousness and disarray with PTSD now. I got my food, walked home, and arrived at an intersection where there were two intimidating humans appearing to be male. Another woman, a gender-neutral human person, comes from another direction with heightened awareness. A tight, skull-fitting, skin-covered face. Watching, seeing, observing, twisting around and then disappearing. Older, born in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. A common description on Capitol Hill in Seattle. Usually more frequent over in Fremont, Seattle, where psychedelia and hallucinations, mushrooms and LSD are an end of the world sign they had, end of the universe sign they had, end of a duality they seem to claim as their dominance. And their dominance with a duality has to do with their awareness. On Capitol Hill in Seattle, most often requiring women to have the awareness. Feminists. Organizing awareness with little to no and almost zero spontaneity involved in what they're doing with their system they've made in another system of government, law enforcement, military, and first responders and firemen now. They've cleverly and intelligently and brilliantly, but unfortunately, changed how strangers who are attracted to each other meet, requiring a man now with a family and babies as an example, and gender neutrality, and families and no children, and families with adopted children in a different discussion now. Men have to follow what the women do with their eyes. Men have to follow the instructions with posture and dominance and gesture and behavior. And when men are accepted and declared no longer men, and a baby providing instead gender neutral human, they get to walk with their loved one. They get to giggle, drink some coffee together, walk down a street where drug addicts sleep and homeless go to bed now. Love has been reduced to a word and an emotion, a mood and a color. Beauty has been made to be what's constructed intellectually and philosophically and theoretically now. Random echoes aren't screams and yells about beauty and exuberance. They're a cause now for someone to locate a sound they hear, observe, and listen to with their ears now. And after there was twisting and turning, I changed directions. Not following, not walking too near. And I arrived at another intersection with less duality. And then suddenly, a lowrider Lexus with a bad paint job and strange colors and loud thud, bass, banging sounds, windows down and a man staring, tall, sitting, proudly riding his ride, his vehicle, doing what gangsters and thugs do, starting fights, selling drugs and doing mafia cartel economics now. I zigzagged a little bit and made it across the crosswalk, paused, and saw a car drive away with almost an identical description as my hat, but with no mathematics, no number. Loud exhaust, nobody in front of the vehicle, enjoying their freedom in their pollution vehicle. Undoubtedly, not a conspiracy theory, and instead another part of an awareness on Capitol Hill in Seattle, working towards fake meat, dominance and tribalism, legalized drugs, injection sites, and a mysterious secret. Those who have awareness share and write about and make videos about and take pictures about on their phones now. There's no freedom with no consciousness, no awareness without constraints. Freedom and constant awareness checks, balances, confusion and disarray, misdirection. Allow only a small amount of freedom in a part of a house, not bothered by a neighbor now. And when that small part of a home has been located in a tent, a box to sit in has been built, there's then a place to begin dying and prepare for death, and a more and better freedom than some cult, gangster awareness on Capitol Hill now. A religious consciousness with monks and Muslims and Krishna worshiping Hindus, Asian Buddhists and Japanese martial artists, and Chinese swordsmen and intelligence serving women. For the Communist Socialist City Council in Seattle, Washington, now.